time to come out here and help us better understand the historic ties between Namibia and Brazil, and particularly when we look at the Navy. Ambassador, let's perhaps start off with you. Last week, Walvis Bay marked 30 years since its reintegration into Namibia. Brazil, of course, played a very key role in that as well by sending their first military ship, the 2nd of March, I believe it was, to be part of that historic event. Talk to us about the importance of the relations between Brazil and Namibia.
Okay, well, good morning, and thank you so much for having us. It's a pleasure to be here. This is a special week for us because we're celebrating the 30 years of cooperation, naval cooperation between Brazil and Namibia. Yesterday was the day, 30 years ago, when the agreement was signed. And at that time, as you mentioned, Walvis Bay has just been returned to Namibia. So it was the very right time to start a cooperation and to help Namibia build its own navy, which indeed happened. So in 2004, there was the creation of Namibia Navy as a fully-fledged force. And at the same year, Brazil donated the first ship to Namibia. So we want to remember these events. We were planning to have other events to celebrate this cooperation, and of course to look ahead. What else can we do together between our forces? But not only that, in other areas, of course. As well.
Commander Alexander, let's perhaps understand what goes into building a naval force. I mean, 1994, 2004, it took 10 years. What really goes into that, apart from the training and all that? What expertise are really needed for a country to say that, look, we have a fully-fledged Navy now?
Yeah, so good morning. And when we talk about building force and building a Navy, it's very important to highlight that it's not just getting the ships, or you have to train people. And it's a very specific areas, such as Marines. And actually, if you build a crew to go on a ship, there are very specific areas that we should take care of. So we are used to, since 1995, to have people, have Namibian officers in Brazil taking courses to become Navy officers in our academies, and also the NCOs, the sergeants, the seamen, the corporals, in our training centers. So we are used to have them there since 1995. Actually, today's Navy commander, Admiral Mungulo, was the first ones to go to Brazil and take the officers course there.
But also during that training, of course, they don't only learn the culture, but they not only get training in the Navy, but they also learn the language and the culture of the people of Brazil, which I think also gives a better understanding of the philosophy of the Navy and also the culture. Let's move on to understanding the Walvis Bay, how it serves as a focal point for naval cooperation, and what is the significance of Walvis Bay in terms of maritime trade and security in the region.
Walvis Bay is the main port in Namibia. It's the biggest one, and before it was an enclave. During 4 years, while the negotiations went on to get the Walvis Bay back to Namibia, it was a South African enclave. It was, it is crucial. And for trade, for example, it has evolved over the years, and we are watching with a lot of attention its development into a hub, because the Namibian government wants it to become a hub for logistics, trade, and to be the entry port for the hinterland, for the landlocked countries.